This week on What's Up, we'll start the year with the top 10 fitness trends of 2016. BeWell Cycle Tour aims to promote healthy lifestyles through cycling. Check out the highlights from the UAE leg of the International Premier Tennis League. Deep sea fishing adventure with Amy and Firas. And find out Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach's workout routine. I'm Rachel Pather, and we would like to wish everyone a healthier 2016. What's hot in fitness this 2016? Well, listen up, because we'll share with you the top 10 fitness trends released by the American College of Sports Medicine. The annual survey was completed by more than 2,800 health and fitness professionals worldwide and was designed to reveal trends in various fitness environments. Physique TV asked local industry experts to give us their thoughts as we go through the countdown.
It's a lifestyle, it's not so much just an exercise. People refer to yoga as just the class you see, but it's much more than that. And the lifestyle of it is what people are getting into a lot more now these days. People don't want to have that extreme end, they want to just enjoy life, you know, and yoga offers that.
But yoga is also a good program that people should go for and attend it properly and they really experience. It's all about listening to your mind, concentration, and then you can be able to achieve your objective.
Yoga can help to teach you how to stretch and strengthen your muscles. Now, stretching is an absolutely essential part of any exercise program. So in yoga, it's all about these flowing movements. I haven't done much yoga myself, but I would like to do more if I had the time. It can help you to feel a lot better and healthier and can help to clear the mind. With today's very busy lifestyles that most people lead and the travel that, especially here in Dubai, we find that a lot of people travel, a lot of people have these busy office jobs. So we go out, we eat, maybe drink, and let the social aspect take over. So fitness can take a back seat, and therefore the weight gets piled on, and there's this myth about the Dubai stone where everybody comes to Dubai from the other countries, put on a stone, but I think that weight loss is obviously something that everybody needs if they follow such a lifestyle, right? It has to become a part of your lifestyle.
I wouldn't say it's a trend, I think it's probably a global, I said there's been a global impact in probably the last 10 years. Weight loss is more about weight control, about how they can maintain a healthy weight for them and their lifestyle, yeah.
If you decide to go for a fitness program, you don't have to look forward of losing weight. Have a vision of keeping fit because living longer is the most important thing, and that's why everyone goes to the gym. You don't have to train to lose weight to go. I have a wedding in October or January. That's why I'm working out. It should be in you. That's why most of the time I ask my clients to listen to their body before stepping into the gym.
Fitness programs become far more important as we get older because our bodies need it. So even if it's just some light cardiovascular work, 2, 3, 4 times a week, some strength training just to keep the body fit and healthy as we get older, it'll just help longevity.
This stage, the bones are weak, joints are unstable, they cannot run like someone who is 15 years or 24. But I would suggest for them to look for real professionals, instructors who can really take care of their body.
Functional fitness is a very broad term. I think it's a term that's become more trendy at the moment than it is the exercise themselves. Have always been there. The function of laying down and standing up is like burpee is very similar. Burpees haven't stopped and they've always been around for many, many years. So as far as a trend, I think it's just more named than anything else. It's more of a term that's been put out there.
We perform daily tasks like lifting our children, lifting groceries, walking upstairs. These are all examples of functional training. So when we perform movements like this in the gym that mimic those daily movements, it makes it far easier and we become less susceptible to injury.
Personal training is also a good program that is really helping a lot of people, especially people with injuries, people who've got accidents, they have pain in their body.
Personal training is very, very useful for people who don't have the motivation or the energy, like their work takes over their lives. So personal training is very, very beneficial for those people who also travel a lot and they need that extra edge, that coaching, the motivation. Also people who don't have the education. So if you're just starting out, it's great to get a few sessions with a personal trainer just to get a program sorted out and so that you can learn about how to effectively and safely use the gym, the equipment, and put together a routine for yourself.
Coming in at number 5, which is great news for us as a register of exercise professionals. People are looking for trainers who are qualified and experienced. I mean, nowadays we have so many trainers out there. It's become a very popular industry to be a part of. So I think people, when they're hiring a trainer, they're checking more on their qualifications. Do they hold a up-to-date qualification and how much experience they have?
Over here in the Middle East, it's such a young industry and it's got so much more potential to grow. So many more trainers have come into the region. So yeah, that's definitely one of the trends, one of the biggest trends probably over here in the Middle East and the UAE especially.
So I think that people are becoming far more aware of the education of a health and fitness professional, because it's not just like you turn up to the gym and you have to do a couple of sets of this, a couple of sets of that. It is a science, and we need to exercise safely and effectively to prevent injuries and for long-term health benefits.
It's very, very important for people to look for educated fitness instructor, or PT in short, those who are really informed about what they're doing.
Strength training is an absolute must for men, for women. I think that a lot of people have a misconception, especially women, that strength training is going to make them big and bulky, but in fact that's not the case. Strength training is very important because everybody needs, we need muscle in our body. In fact, the more muscle you have in your body, the more fat you burn naturally.
Weightlifting has become more popular due to the sport CrossFit, so people get involved with strength training in that point of view, where they want to learn techniques like the snatch or the clean, or how to push a heavy weight above your head with the barbell.
HIIT training, which has been popular for a couple of years now, so that's high intensity interval training. So that's short bursts of high intensity with short periods of rest.
High intensity interval training is probably the best form of aerobic conditioning for fat loss. I think long gone are the days where people do an hour or 2 hours of cardio a day. As long as you're not training for a marathon, high intensity interval training can push yourself beyond your limits. So you burn fat, you don't need to spend hours and hours training, but you still get the same results.
Bodyweight training has definitely been one of the growing trends over time, over the last 3-4 years, especially here in the Middle East.
So no gym is required, things like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, lunges. So really getting back to basics.
Bodyweight training is excellent because I think that you don't really need a lot of equipment. Assuming you have the right education, you can put together a sequence of exercises that can really make you work very hard.
Yeah, bodyweight training is I believe it's the best exercise. If you start training yourself or using bodyweight, you'll be able to lift any other weight controlling it, because in body weight you manage your core, you use a lot of muscle in your body.
Coming at number one is actually wearable technology. So that's things like your fitness smartwatches, fitness trackers. So they're really popular and will be very popular in the next year or two.
I think that wearable technology has gained in popularity over the last few years, and with the devices being so technical these days, it monitors everything from sleep to exercise to how many steps you walk. So I think it's actually fantastic. Although it's not going to make you lose weight, a lot of other aspects of your health and lifestyle have to come into it, such as your nutrition. It's fun to check. Really helps keep people on track with their fitness goals.
It doesn't surprise me that these guys say that technology is the way forward, the way of the future, and that most people are getting into these technology type things as well. It's easy, convenient, so yeah, a lot of people, I can understand why a lot of people turn that way, and I myself do that as well.
With the aim of promoting healthy lifestyles through cycling, a new bicycle tour covering 4 Emirates in the UAE will take place on the 12th of February. Dubbed as the BeWell Cycle Tour, this latest initiative will consist of a number of routes which will run concurrently. The routes will include a 146-kilometre course starting from Abu Dhabi to Dubai, a 142-kilometre route starting from Ras Al Khaimah, a 61-kilometre route going from Ajman to Dubai, and the shortest course, which is a 20-kilometre route taking place only in Dubai. The Physique TV team was at the press conference to know more about this event.
The objective is to bring more fun and physical fitness into our stressful lives. Everybody's busy with meetings and the day is over before you realize. Going cycling is something that everybody can relate to, everybody can easily do. It's fun, and we want to promote a healthy lifestyle, which starts with nutrition, and doesn't end with physical exercise. But we want to create awareness, and it's a root cause of all the main problems we have today: is cancer, diabetes, heart diseases. So if you start with fitness and nutrition, I think you're on the safe side. The main event will be in February, on the 12th of February 2016. We'll have big tours from Abu Dhabi, from Ras Al Khaimah, from Ajman, and then also within Dubai. So anybody at any level of fitness, even family fathers with kids, can join, the untrained, the more trained. So it's really a lifestyle event for anybody. We all live a stressful life, and you need to have the right balance. Since we know that 1/3 of the world adult population is obese and overweight, we need to turn this trend around. At the moment, UAE is ranking number 5 on the worldwide obesity scale for most obese and overweight people. And in the GCC, the 23 million that I mentioned in the beginning, this is almost 50% of the population. So we want to turn this trend around, and I think it's the right thing to do. And we want to give it back to the communities, to support them and create awareness so that everybody can start with themselves.
Now don't go anywhere, because when we come back, check out the highlights from the UAE leg of the International Premier Tennis League. Go deep sea fishing with Amy and Firas. And find out Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach's fitness routine. Welcome back everyone, you're still watching What's Up. The UAE leg of the International Premier Tennis League took place in Dubai, featuring international tennis stars including Andy Murray and Roger Federer. This is the second year the league has brought together current champions, tennis legends and upcoming talent in a new exciting format. Afa was at the event to show us some of the highlights.
I am here at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Stadium to witness the magnificent comeback of the International Premier Tennis League. It is the first city-based professional league in the world, played in the respective countries like India, Philippines, Singapore, UAE, and the new edition of the season, Japan. Let's find out some of the highlights of this championship.
See, UAE people, they are very good in terms of appreciating the quality tennis. So I think it's catching on. People now understand the format of the league. They understand now the scoring pattern and how the league works, how the scoring is done. It's quite different from the traditional ADP tournaments. In the ADP tournaments, like you have the first round, second round, quarter-final, semi-final, final, but here it's a league. So now people understand what it is all about. It's becoming very popular now. This is the speciality of this tournament. In one day, 4 teams played, and we can see lots of top players all on one day. In a typical ADP tournament, you will have like the first round and second round and third round and those type of things. So you don't really see big players all playing on one single day. This is a very special tournament. And this is a team event, and it's not a Davis Cup. It's like a team event, it's a league where in the same team, you have players like, for example, in my team, in UAE Royals, I have Roger Federer from Switzerland, and I have Cilic, and I have Goran, Ena Ivanovic, Kiki, and Berdych. So it's like people from different countries playing for the same team. It's a fantastic experience.
It was truly a superb, star-studded experience here at the International Premier Tennis League. I am Afra Al-Jul, and that's What's Up.
Fish is an excellent source of animal protein. It has long been known as a brain food because the omega-3 fatty acids found in fish serve as essential building blocks for the human brain. Omega-3s are also good for your heart and can aid in lowering blood pressure and lowering the risk for heart disease. And what healthier way to get your fish but to catch it yourself? This is what Amy and Firas did when they went deep sea fishing. Let's take a look at their adventure.
Welcome to On The Go. Join us as we travel by land, sea and air to show you the coolest hotspots around. We'll go on healthy food trips, exciting adventure outings and fun parties. Plus, we'll show you what's new and trending. So fasten your seatbelts because you're in for a ride. So this morning we woke up bright and early, and by early I mean really early.
So it's early morning and we're here at Dubai Fishing Harbour and we're going to go out and do some deep sea fishing. I'm really excited because this is the first time I've ever gone deep sea fishing, but I'm not too excited about the early morning. Don't the fish want to sleep in?
So we walked through the harbour to the fishing boat, which we were going to be using for the day. It was a 34-foot fishing boat, and it was actually geared out specially for deep sea fishing. So it had special ports all over the boat where you could put the fishing rods in and hopefully catch some fish. We met with Mr. Hatta from A1 Yachts, and he explained a little bit about what we can expect when we go deep sea fishing.
If we're doing a trolling, most fishes here, like we catch barracuda, kingfish, and cobia and trevally.
Cobia?
Yeah.
Cobia.
If we start bottom fishing, there is snapper, grouper, like in Arabic, shari, hannur, sultan Ibrahim. This kind of fish mostly in water of Dubai we catch.
I was so worried that we weren't going to catch anything, and it was going to be a pretty disappointing trip for you guys if we didn't actually catch a fish. So I was wondering whether we should maybe take a detour to the supermarket, so at least I have a fish that I could buy and show that I've caught. But Mr. Atta showed me that we would definitely find some fish and be able to catch them.
Here we go, we're on the go.
So we had a 30-minute ride out to the location where we were going to start fishing, and it was a little bit choppy, so I know some of the crew weren't feeling too well, and that's our crew I'm referring to. Some people were in the bathroom an awful lot during the trip. We were up and down, but I managed to feel okay. I had some motion sickness pills before we went out, and it was okay. So once we had got to the location where we were going to start fishing, we started preparing the rods. So first of all, we were going to do some trolling, which is where you place the rods into these special sockets and you attach almost like a toy fish with a hook on it. Now these have got to be like nice and shiny because apparently the fish like shiny things. We're now traveling at a really slow speed, which is called trolling. And we're just putting out the lines now, and hopefully we're going to catch some big fish. So another little fish guy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yes.
Catch us some fish.
And cases for the big fish.
Even if we don't catch any fish, it's worth being here for the sunrise. It's amazing. So when fishing, you definitely have to be a patient person. So we had to wait for quite some time until we actually caught something. So I decided to entertain everybody through song. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? So after entertaining not only the crew and the sea, obviously the fish heard my beautiful song and they came and we actually caught a fish. So Firas decided to reel it in, and it was a big silverfish. We could definitely see that, but until we got it on the boat we didn't know actually what it was. I can see the fish! It keeps like floating up. As we were reeling the fish in closer and closer, we saw that it was a barracuda, and even the name sounds sinister to me. So as we got the fish onto the boat, we saw it had like these gigantic teeth. I am not joking, it looked like something out of Jurassic Park. It was like, it wasn't the most attractive of fish. Like I was wanting to catch like little Nemos and Dories, but this thing, honest to God, it looked like a dinosaur. And as we brought it onto the boat, It like literally jumped off the hook and like started like squirming around the boat. I was like hysterical. This fish was doing all it possibly could to stay alive. It did not want to die, like it was on a mission. It was literally jumping around the boat, squirming around. Everybody was jumping out of its way, trying to keep out of its teeth. But in the end, he passed away peacefully.
Oh, it's not dead, it's not dead, it's not dead. I like my fish fried or grilled. I do not like it when it's like this.
So after the excitement of catching the barracuda, we decided to do some bottom fishing, which is kind of a more conventional way of fishing.
We will give you the rods, which is we will use now 2 hooks. This is the wedge. We go down to deep and we will put the squid on it.
With food for the fish.
The squid, that's food for the fish.
There is a weight on the end of the fishing rod which takes the bait right down to the bottom of the sea, which is where all the fish are. And you just have to wait for that small tug and then you know you've caught something. I don't think I have the patience for this. So eventually I managed to catch something, and I did feel the difference between the current and the actual fish when I did actually catch a fish. So I reeled it in and I found little baby fish.
Sultan Ibrahim.
So I caught a Sultan Ibrahim, a cute little fish with orange markings. So we stayed in the same location and tried to find some other varieties of fish, but unfortunately we didn't get the one that we were looking for, which was the sherry. But we were very happy that we caught our barracuda. So after our fishing trip was done, we collected our fish, we said goodbye to the crew and we headed back onto dry land. Fishing is not for the faint-hearted, so definitely bring your sea legs because you're going to need them. Also bring plenty of sunblock because it can get quite hot out there and you don't want to burn. And it's important to stay hydrated. It's sometimes easy to forget with all of the excitement, but you must drink plenty of water because otherwise you're going to end up feeling rather faint. Deep sea fishing, well, it is an adventure. It's not for everybody, there is a lot of waiting around, so for someone like myself who prefers to be more active, sometimes it can get a little bit boring. But when you do catch a fish, you get that adrenaline rush and it's really exciting. So if you're in Dubai, I definitely recommend giving it a go. Catching fish like this for your lunch, it doesn't get much fresher than this.
See you next time.
See you next time.
Thank you and thanks.
So Firas, what are you going to do with this fish?
I'm gonna put it in my wall in my room.
What? I thought you were going to cook it for me.
I will eat it for sure. We will eat it, yeah.
We will eat it for sure.
Yeah, we will do it.
How are you going to do it? Barbecue, grilled?
Grilled as normal.
Okay. I think I might make one of my speciality salads to go with the fish.
And my special marination.
Oh, marination.
Yeah, I do fish marination in my house all the time.
You marinate the fish. I don't think marination is a word.
Yeah.
When we come back, the Middle East's extreme and action sport communities come together at the 2015 Extreme Sports Expo. On Celebrity Fit, meet World Cup cricket coach Gary Kirsten and find out Miss Universe 2015 Pia Wurtzbach's fitness routine. Fans of extreme and action sports gathered at the 2015 Middle East Extreme Sports Expo. Let's take a look at what was showcased at the exhibition.
The goal of the expo is to gather together the different extreme action outdoor adventure sport companies and communities for 3 days in Dubai. This year it's taking place at the Dubai International Marine Club. You can expect 70 extreme action outdoor adventure sport companies covering aerosports, motorsports and water sports, and 15 visitor experiences, action sport experiences, so things that people can actually try during the expo. From those 15 action sport visitor experiences are 8 action sport simulators. So we have 4 motorsport simulators, 2 aerosport simulators and 2 water sport simulators. And these action sport simulators are things that will really get people excited, and you know, they're very exciting and even can be a bit scary as well.
We're doing scuba diving courses, diving trip, all the experience about the diving. We started in the jet blade. What it is, it's like a device. You put it on your leg and you fly by the jet ski power, and you can go higher around 18 meters. And we start after that the jet back, and we start after that also the jet viator, freedom flyer, and the shred sled.
Paramotor, it is the motor which is flying. It is backpack. It is the power which is give you with the wing or with parachute upper you. We call it wing. It is only when you're launching, you can, with some small thrust, you can be on the air.
Flying bike, that is basically a drone that is capable of lifting 100 kilograms. And once it's capable of doing so, why not sit on it and control it from on board? So it's actually a one-seater aircraft from now on. Because it is an experience that resembles to riding a horse, and also flying an airplane, and also riding a bike. But it is somewhere in between, so we created a new experience. That's one of the use cases.
It's a rotor technology. It's a rotor aircraft with auto rotation technology. It's something new in the market. Very successful machine in United Arab Emirates. It's something unique in sports aviation. It gives you a lot of adrenaline in flying. It can do very nice maneuvers. It's easy and simple to fly. You only need 26 hours to fly. UAE is one of the leading countries in the world that follows technology, and this autogyro has came up in the last 8 years.
On the motorsport side, we have Drift Academy, so an academy that teach visitors how to do drifts. We have an F1 training academy that can teach visitors how to drive an F1 car. We have KTM motorcycles. We have the world's fastest electric bike that people can even try in the outdoor area. That's some of the exhibitors we have in the land.
World Cup cricket coach Gary Kirsten was in Dubai for a series of coaching clinics. Zahira Variawa met up with the former cricketer for this week's Celebrity Fit.
Gary, welcome to Physique TV.
Thank you.
You've had an incredible career, a career that dreams are made of. When you look back, what are your favorite moments?
I try not to look back, to be honest with you. I think reflecting can sometimes be a dangerous thing, but I think it's been an incredible privilege to really have had been a professional cricketer and then coaching and been involved in the game for the better part of 40 years. I think it's been kind of a very exciting thing to happen. I always maintain that if you're able to earn a living doing something you love doing, there can be nothing better.
Now, coaching India was, I imagine, quite a unique experience. Can you tell us some of the takeaways or interesting experiences that you had coaching a World Cup winning team?
Yeah, it was an amazing time. You know, I went there with very low expectations, with limited coaching experience, and then to be kind of asked to coach a national team, fairly intimidating, to be honest with you, at the start of it. But you know, I think when I reflected back on kind of the 3-year journey with the team, it was amazing how accepted I was within Indian society, and I found that an incredible privilege.
Now, the Indian market, I'd imagine, is quite different to South Africa. What were some of the most difficult adjustments you had to make, both personally and professionally?
We have a fairly big country in South Africa, and the concept of space is kind of all around you, you know. Whereas in India, it's completely the opposite. I mean, they're just kind of people everywhere. And if you're in India in the name of cricket, I think the similarities of the countries is, I think there is massive diversity in both countries, and I think it's a responsibility of you as an individual to understand that diversity and understand people in very different ways. And I enjoyed that about India. In fact, I found that, you know, just the national team itself had Indian players from really different regions who kind of viewed things very differently. And I love going into the small Indian villages when we had one-day series on.
What would you say is your regular routine, and then what would your routine be whilst on the road and travelling?
Yeah, well, when I'm at home, absolutely. So I think as a South African, we take a lot of pride in trying to keep ourselves in good shape. I think it's just because we live an outdoor life more than anything. We love being outside, but I think I've always enjoyed endurance sports, you know, and having been a sportsman all my life. When I retired in 2004, I needed to start embarking on something else. So the first thing I got into was long distance running. And I ran 8 marathons over a 3-year period, and it was pretty challenging, to be honest with you, but it was a great experience. And subsequent to that, I've got into mountain biking, which is a very popular sport in South Africa.
Now, keeping fit and staying in good physical condition also has a lot to do with what we eat. Are you quite strict with your diet?
I'm 48 now, so you know, I'm getting to an age where you kind of got to be a little bit more diligent. The only reason why I say that is because I'm not a big fan of supplements and taking a whole lot of extra things to what I potentially could get in my diet. So for me, it's very important to have a well-balanced diet and to make sure that I'm eating food that is nutrient-rich, you know, so that a lot of raw food, and making sure that every day I'm eating something that I know is going to add value to my body rather than just filling my tummy.
Now, you're in Dubai doing coaching masterclasses. What can we expect from you in the UAE?
I always enjoy coming to Dubai. It's our second trip here with my academy, and you know, we just enjoy the time together. We've hooked up. All we want to do as coaches is work with the talent in the region and just share our best thinking and our kind of experiences of having been involved in the game for a long time and help the kids be the best that they can be. So we love coming to Dubai, and hopefully there will be more trips of this nature.
Now, for boys that follow you, have followed you, are being coached by you, what's one off the top of your head piece of advice that you give to them?
I would say don't look for the shortcut in anything that you find in life. Certainly in my experiences, any success that you're going to have in whatever area you go into your life, look for the long road. Throw yourself into that commitment in a way like you would never do anything else, and be prepared to spend time doing it, and be prepared to, certainly we experience in cricket, but be prepared to repeat the skill time and time again, tirelessly. And everything you do, you prepare to kind of put in the hard yards. Then very little can go wrong, but I think it's a very difficult thing to do, and especially the world we live in, where I think there are many shortcuts that we can take, or people are offering us shortcuts to achieve a quick fix in success.
Gary, thank you so much for chatting to us, and we look forward to more from the Gary Kirsten Cricketing Academy.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Gary Kirsten. You're watching Physique TV. Be your best.
Miss Universe 2015, Pia Wurtzbach, was spotted on Christmas Day wearing her workout gear in New York City, showing that even after she won the title, she still continues to maintain her physique. Apart from the paparazzi photo taken on Christmas, Pia also posted a snapshot of herself training in a gym in New York. Prior to the pageant, she said that she trained really hard to prepare for the Miss Universe competition. Her trainer, John Quay, revealed that Pia worked out 5 to 6 times a week. He gave her functional training exercises to make Pia's core and legs stronger. Pia was also under an intense diet of boiled chicken, egg whites and vegetables. However, Pia confessed that she has a sweet tooth and occasionally rewards herself with pizza. Pia, who is from the Philippines, is considered by many as the most controversial Miss Universe to date. She gained massive media attention after program host Steve Harvey mistakenly announced Miss Colombia, Ariadna Gutierrez, as the winner on live television. Harvey corrected his slip-up after a few minutes, pronouncing that it was indeed Pia who won the crown. Again, here are the headlines. Wearable technology tops 2016 fitness trends. BeWell Cycle Tour aims to promote healthy lifestyles through cycling. UAE leg of the International Premier Tennis League takes place in Dubai. And Miss Universe 2015, Pia Wurtzbach, enjoys her workouts in New York City. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any comments or suggestions, connect with us on our social media pages. I'm Rachel, and have a happy and a healthy 2016.